Hey there, I'm Brittni Schroeder, and business and marketing are my jam. I'm here to walk you step by step through this crazy thing we call business. I'm a small town girl, chocolate eating, Diet Coke drinking mom, marketing guru, automation Jedi, and all around good time. This is your weekly dose of all things business and life, sprinkled with some fun. This is the Redefine Business Podcast. Welcome to another episode of Redefine Business Podcast. If you've been listening to the last few episodes, you know that I am doing a series of life coaching tips and tools that have helped me in my life. A few years ago, I got certified as a life coach through the Life Coach School. And the tools and the education that I gained have been a game changer for me. And so I'm excited to be sharing another great concept and tools that I have learned that have helped me and served me in my life. And, you know, when we're happy in our life, we're happy in our business and we thrive in all areas of our life. So if you've been following me for a while, you probably know bits and pieces of my story. Within a span of 5 years, I lost my 14-year-old son. My husband at the time lost his job. We moved. I experienced betrayal. I got divorced. I moved back to Utah. I'm not going to lie and say it hasn't been hard because it has. But this life coaching concept that I'm going to share today is one that has been instrumental in my resilience, in my happiness, in my journey of just finding peace and acceptance. And the tool or the concept is survivor versus victim mentality. We all have horrible and tragic or sad things that happen to us in our lives. I'm not special. You know, everybody has their heart. Everybody has something, right? But oftentimes we have no control over these things. We don't get a choice, but we do have a choice as to how we respond to these things. Are we going to take our experiences and become a victim, or are we going to take these experiences and become a survivor? When we choose to become a victim, we tend to blame, withdraw, and avoid feeling negative emotion. We dwell in the past, and that's when our progression is stalled. We use excuses as to why our behavior is a certain way. We don't hold ourselves accountable for our current behavior. And we might say things like, oh, I'm this way because of what I went through. And we might be defensive and avoid vulnerability. My daughter was diagnosed with ADHD and dyslexia when she was in the 4th grade. And this was shortly after we had just moved and gone through the loss of my son. But I've tried to be really intentional about how I talk about this with her. I don't think that we have mentioned her ADHD or dyslexia more than 5 times in the last 5 years. And the reason is I don't want that to define her. When she struggles in school, I don't want her to think she doesn't have control over the outcome in her life. And when she struggles, I just try to respond with, you just need to try harder, sis. You got to find things that work. You can do this, because I want to empower her. I don't want her to think that she's going to have these struggles regardless, because it's something that she can't control, because she can control how she looks at things. She can control her thoughts. Victim mentality doesn't mean we're weak. It means that we're stuck. We focus on what has happened to us and we lose control over our thoughts and our results. Oftentimes we make our experience define who we are, and we blame ourselves, and soon our experience, they start to consume who we are. We don't want to be identified by, you know, our struggles or our hardships. We want to be empowered by how we overcome them and our attitudes and how we treat other people and how we live our life. When we identify as a victim, there must also be a villain. So who is your villain today? Who are you blaming? A lot of times it's ourselves, and we can play both roles, but it doesn't serve us. We have to choose. We want to be empowered. So vulnerability is knowing that you're enough, that you're perfect exactly the way you are. You get to choose if you want to be bitter or better. And hopefully you want to be better. When we make the choice to be a survivor, then this comes from a place of strength, and we have strength and we have courage and we connect with others. We have power over our mind, and we become who we are supposed to become. And it's the most empowering most empowering tool and thought that we can have is that we can do this. You've got this. You're a warrior. You're a survivor. You can do this. And that's not to take away like the processing of hardships. And that's not saying that you always need to be strong, because I do really believe you have to process the things that you go through. But the problem isn't being sad or feeling like you're a victim. The problem is getting stuck there. And you don't want to be stuck there because it doesn't serve you. When we become the survivor, it helps us realize that we're enough. And it turns us into these warriors. We become strong and determined and willing to help others. And it gives us a perspective and experience that helps us help others. When you accept the things that happen to you, that is when you progress. We take those experiences and we create the ending that serves us the most in our lives. This is such a powerful, and it hits so close to my heart and to who I am. And, I'm really grateful for this tool and this awareness. And I hope that you can think about this week and really like look at your life experiences and know that it could always be worse. And, you're going through this for a reason and you have a choice. And I hope that you choose to be a survivor. I hope you find this helpful, and I will see you guys next time. Let's not stop the party here. Head on over to my Instagram or Facebook group, Redefine Your Business, and let me know your thoughts about today's show. I will see you again, same time, same place, next week.